And I've actually I've had these challenges in my life as well. It's a topic about knowing when to say no. There's a time in my life I found, if even though I had my own challenges in life, if someone, often people would approach me, needed help or support, and sometimes I'd be off doing everything for them, ignoring what I had to do for myself, and it got me in a lot of trouble. So I've come to the point when I had to look back and think, you know what? I need to say no, you know? Even sometimes it can be so overwhelmed with your own responsibilities. And sometimes people approach you and, when you're supposed to say no, you leave what you've got to do and go and help them. So today I just want to discuss the topic of the importance of knowing when to say no, you know? Because saying yes can sometimes put a lot of pressure on you, you know? So life's been a lot easier, lot easier, and I've got in a lot less trouble being able to say no. So this is a topic I need to discuss. And why I say it's important to be able to say no is that sometimes we take on other people's responsibility and actually neglect your own, I had a friend of mine, won't call no names, and she was always at the hospital, at 9 nights, at funerals, never say no, and always saying how good a person she is. To be honest, it actually made me feel bad sometimes, you know? It actually made me feel guilty and bad, as if I weren't doing enough. Yeah. But then I reflected back and remembered when I was like that. Yeah. This friend of mine was running here, running there, running here, running here, running there. Till she actually confessed to me one day she can't do it anymore. You know? Because what she was doing is neglecting her responsibilities to herself and her family and running around for other people. And trust me, it wore her out. Actually witnessed it, you know? And at one point, I had to say to her, listen, you care more about people than your actual self, I'm not saying you can't help people, you know, but you've got to know your limit, yeah? Because you've got to maintain a balance, yeah? Because when you say yes, a very important word, yes, what you've done, you've committed yourself, yeah? Sometimes it's best to even say, let me think about it, yeah? Yeah, try not to be cornered, yeah, because sometimes your actual, you've got things to do for yourself, and because of things like that, you actually like um actually bite off more than you can chew, you know. So you've got to learn to say no, because when you say yes, you know what you've actually done. You've alleviate their responsibility and taken it on. You know, that's what you've done. You've taken on someone's responsibility, and you've got to look at the person. The quality of the friendship, or you know, for example, there are loads of people who you know attempt to help other people, and as a result of that, have damaged themselves. You know, there's people who ask for money and are unable to get it back because they couldn't say no. So I do think one of the most important words to use is yes and also no. But the only difference is no when to say no. You know, some people make you feel guilty. You know, with words, make you feel like you're not doing anything. First of all, you're obligated to yourself and foremost. Yeah, that's the first obligation is to yourself, and second, to your if you've got children, to your children. So I'm just saying, never feel pressured by anybody into doing anything you don't want. You know, if you don't want to do it, you just say no. Because I'll tell you what, many a yes have sent people to prison. Many a yes has left a lot of angry people out there because they've been swindled. Yeah, because they felt unable to say no. I'll tell you what, you see that word no? It can save you a whole lot of trouble, a whole lot of problems. That no. Sometimes initially saying the word kind of, touches your spirit or touches your heart, but you get over it, you know? There's a lot of people in trouble because they didn't know how to say no, you know? So you have to say no, and you have to know when to say no. I'm not saying that you can't support other people or you can't help other people, but not at your own expense, yeah? Because you've got to, you've got to keep your mind as peaceful as possible, yeah? Because, for example, they're carrying 10 bags, you're carrying 10 bags, and then, you know, they'll ask you for something or to do something. And, the minute you say yes, in actual fact, you've committed yourself. Mm, you've committed yourself. And you've taken on their problem by saying yes, you know? So, so sometimes you're not carrying 10 bags now, you're carrying 11 and they're carrying 9, And then they might come and ask you for something else or to do something else. And the next minute you're carrying 12 bags, and then they're carrying 8. And then before know it, your back is going, or your shoulders is getting heavier and heavier because you're just carrying too much weight. So I do think it's important, very important, to know when to say no, you know? And it's called self-preservation, protecting yourself. There's many people who's had good intentions and it's turned out horrendous for them. So before you commit yourself to that word, yes, sometimes you need to sit down and you've got to think about it. Yeah, ask for a bit of time to think about it, or sometimes don't answer straight away because sometimes, depending on how you feel, you answer straight away. Oh yes, I'll do that. You know what I mean? And then the next day, if you hold on a minute, what have I done? And then maybe you want to change your mind. And because you've already committed yourself to it, you feel obligated to do it. So you've got to be ever so careful with that very, very, word, yes. And you've got to be careful with the word no. Never ever feel pressured or forced or go against your own will, yeah, into doing anything you don't want to do. Anyway, to be honest, this is just a short video, I'm putting out there. Yeah, but I think it's a very important video. Anyway, I'm going to do future videos and I'm going to ensure they're a bit longer and they are going to get better in quality. I've got a bit more work to do. And then, because you've got to I want to get it right, Yeah. So I'd like to say thank you to the wider audience, you know, and please subscribe. Maxine Thomas, and I'm out. Thank you.